Refresh. Oh. Why did it do that with the caps are on? Oh shit, I forgot. God, I need to type. I need to put on my music. Hey, Christy Aiden. Right. Where is... Merry Christmas. Hey, Apple Bloom's husband channel. How are you? Also, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you too. Okay, hold on. How do I work this? Sorry, I'm trying to like handle my music. Can you guys hear me good? Okay. Because if you do, that might be because of the new mic I got. I got a microphone this Christmas, and I figured what better way to use it than now for today's live stream. Okay then. Hola, ¿cómo estás? Muy bien, Anthony. ¿Y tú? I speak Spanish sometimes. Okay. I wish I could have it on the center of me, but the desk where I'm working at, it's just kind of... Well, okay, I guess that works. Okay, scoot up. I know it's been a while since I'd done a live stream, so... I saw your Instagram story, and how was it? It was awesome. Like, a little better than I thought, to be honest. And that's kind of funny, because I'm not a huge Sonic fan, but I had, like, the most fun at the theater over there. There was a lot of interesting stuff that went on over there. I would tell you about it, but I feel like it might involve some embarrassing stories involving my friends. What the heck? Oh, I already did that. Okay. I just need to finish up the mask here. I'm Mexican European. Oh, that's cool. I'm mostly kind of Mexican American because both of my parents are Mexican, but I was raised here in America. I just hope I don't get any more like glitching sounds from my mic. Here's the mic. Feliz Natal. I saw it on Friday day one, plus I saw it in Laser Ultra. Well, that's interesting. Yeah, me and my friends saw it at like a really like worn down like classic AMC theater. And here's the funnier part. So like me, Joe Flash, and DJ Andrea, we saw Sonic 3 while Anna Kay was with us too, and she along with another friend saw Wicked. And the funny thing is Sonic 3 actually ended before Wicked. And we actually went in and saw the rest of Wicked with Anna Kay. No one said anything. Like, we weren't caught or anything. No one told us anything. It was just... Come on. No, come on. What? Okay. Lamo, that too funny. Yeah, thanks. I don't know if I'll ever do anything like that again. But, you know, time will tell. Okay. But can I, like... No? No? I might just have to start the mask all over. No, I should probably start the mask over. Lamo, that's too funny. Bye. Adios. Well, thanks for the stay, Anthony. Okay. Yep, I remember. I was a movie theater, but my stepdad sneaked candy in the theater, but that's a long story. Oh, yeah, my family used to do that too whenever we go to the movies. We would always sneak, like, snacks in. Like, one time when I went to see a movie with my sister, we actually snuck McDonald's into a theater. Okay. Okay. See, what I'm doing right now is that I'm masking this part right here because this is a scene with Pinky, and we want this little, like, part of the chair here, so it would overlay it. You'll see once I get to it. Because right here, this is how Pinky's gonna look when she's sitting in the chair. I got the Minecraft movie chair before they played Sonic 3. I'm genuinely not too sure how to feel about that movie. I mean, like, I heard some people say they did think a little more positive about it after seeing the second trailer. The first trailer was kind of weird. I am Steve. Oh, God, that was a little too loud. Sorry. Anyway, so I'm gonna put, like, this video of Pinky on the chair here. Oh. No, come on. Okay, thank God. I was worried it did it again. Hmm? Okay. Anything else in the chat? Nope. Get this thing out of the way. Like, what? Nope. Cookies for you. Well, I was coming to say hi. Nice talking to you again. You might see me around in your Discord server, though. Okay, cool. Yeah, we've been having problems with the Discord invite. I think now I might have fixed it. I don't know if I changed the one in the description or not. Mr. Most Wanted. Hello, Merry Christmas. Well, Merry Christmas to you, too. Okay. You know what? Here, I'll see if I can get Joe Flash on here. Okay. He usually likes joining me for live streams. Okay. Here, I'll text him. He might still be asleep. He doesn't wake up till like 12. Okay. Oh, I just texted him a video this morning. Hey, Jonah. Streaming. Do you want to join? Yeah. I'm hoping maybe later on in the future to get some of my other actors in here. Here. Wait. Is that must be him. Okay. Okay, I'll call you on Discord. Okay, I'm gonna call him on Discord real quick, and then we'll get started. Okay, let's get. Oh wait, right. Okay. Oh. I wonder if I can be a voice actor. Just curious. You are not the first person to think about that. Because ever since we released the first episode, we've been getting constant DMs and emails from people asking, like, hey, can I be this character? Hey, do you need an actor for this character? And I appreciate it. You know, I'm not ungrateful, because honestly, honestly, okay, here we go. All right. Hey, Jonah.
Hello. How you do?
I'm doing great.
Same here.
Hey, how was your Christmas?
Well, it's been pretty good so far. I only just woke up, but well, not too long ago, maybe just a few hours ago, but I'm doing all right so far.
All right. What
I'm
you
just
get?
waiting for whenever my up so way I'll be able to start opening my Christmas gifts.
Okay, I already opened mine. As a matter of fact, I actually got a new mic that I'm using right now for the stream.
Awesome. I'm actually watching the live stream on TV and I sound pretty quiet when I'm talking.
Really? Hold on, it might be something wrong with the audio. Try saying something.
I mean, it's the loudest I can talk, so I don't know.
Okay, here we go. Let me just here, I'll turn it up a little bit. Okay, there you go. How's that?
That I'm using right now for.
Let me see. Let me just wait till it gets on the TV and see if I can be heard.
Okay. When is episode 3 of Real Music Crush Girls? It gets here when it gets here, guys. I mean, I'm live streaming myself working on a scene right now.
Yeah, I'm seeing that.
Okay, here we go.
Wow, I can see why. Looks like we are not the only ones who need VA for some characters. Anyway, I'm gonna go eat. Happy hearts warming. Happy hearts warming. Do they call it hearts warming in Equestria Girls?
Do what?
Because in Friendship is Magic, they call Christmas hearts warming. Hearts warming.
Oh yeah, I heard about that episode.
Yeah. Do they do the same thing in Equestria Girls? I don't remember.
Does holidays on rap count or no?
Well, yeah, but do they call it Christmas or do they still call it hearts warming?
I'm not sure.
Yeah. I don't know if they do the same with Nightmare Nights.
In Friendship is Magic, they call Christmas hearts.
Oh yeah, I heard about that episode. Okay, I can definitely be heard better on the TV screen.
Good.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, yeah, but do they call it Christmas or do they still call it first?
I'm good.
Yeah, sure.
Was that your mom?
The same with Nightmare Nights. In Friendship
Okay.
Magic, they call Christmas.
I'm back. Adios. I'm alive. I'm
I've
dead.
been keeping up on X, and I don't know if you saw, but they announced more community guests, so it's a pretty good start.
Well, that's good.
I think they announced, let me see, because they've announced 4 more after Bobby and Siliquill and Scootatrix and them, so let me see. So, yep, the excitement is certainly building.
Well, that's good.
So, yeah, so far it's Yeah, so after Bobby C, Scooter Trick, Silver Coil, and Step 2 Harmony, the next guests that were announced, I think just yesterday, 16 hours ago, was Dr. Wolf,
Dr. Wolf's gonna be
Captain.
there?
Yeah, apparently they announced Dr. Wolf.
Holy shoot! That's amazing.
And then they announced Captain Hooers
Captain Hooers?
or Hoers, I don't know. After Bobby C, Scooter Trick, Silver Coil, and Step 2
Never
Harmony.
heard of
And
that
then there's
guy.
also Fiora, the Tank Girl. I think that's how you say her name.
Oh yeah, I saw her at my first
And then
HarmonyCon.
of course, Crackle's cousin cosplay, where our friend Copper is part of the group.
I always found that cosplay to be
So that'd be
interesting.
pretty cool. Maybe hopefully Copper will make it this time since he wasn't able to make it at this year's HarmonyCon.
Yeah, hopefully so.
I don't know if I've ever seen what Dr. Wolf looks like, so it'll be actually interesting if we do find Dr. Wolf. Maybe we can add him into our like people that we want to see at the event. We could try to look for Dr. Wolf if you want.
Yeah, Dr. Wolf's a pretty cool person. He has like a series on his YouTube channel called A Moment with Dr. Wolf, where basically he straight up just gives therapy sessions to different MLP characters.
See what Dr. Wolf looks like. That's cool. If we do find Dr.
Yeah.
Wolf, maybe we can add him.
He later
So, yeah.
transcend into doing like to like his personal friends, because he's friends with people like Cosmic Keyframe and Lightning Bliss and Silver Quill as well.
Yeah, alrighty.
But basically, he straight up just.
Yeah. Sorry if I'm not speaking loud enough. I'm trying to speak as loudly as I can. I think I have just a tiny bit of congestion. I'm not sure, but it's been
Congestion?
going on since like yesterday. Like for a little bit of time. Like I don't know if I was doing it when we hung out last time as well, but I was coughing just a tiny bit. I think it's just congestion, but I'm not sure. But I am kind of a little curious to wonder because I did take some medicine last night because it does help with congestion and more sinuses, whatever. But I'm still kind of like coughing sometimes, and I kind of sound a little sore. So I'm curious to wonder if I'm okay. I mean, I hope I am. It shouldn't be anything serious.
I'm sure he'll be okay, dude.
I'm hoping it's not a case of COVID. If I find out that I caught COVID again, I won't be too happy.
It's fine, dude. I caught COVID too.
That's kind of what I'm afraid of because I sound very sore, and sometimes my head is actually a little warm, and then sometimes I get pretty sleepy because those were some of the effects that I felt from the first time I caught COVID back in 2021. So I'm like, I hope I didn't catch COVID again.
Yeah. That's interesting because I don't think I've ever seen you sick.
Yeah, I'm gonna probably have to maybe. I feel like I want to tell mom now, but I kind of also don't want to miss seeing the family later on. But I mean, at the same time, I should be considerate. But I mean, I don't know. I'll
Yeah, I
eventually tell
think
them because I did tell dad and mom about how I had congestion, but I hope it's nothing more serious.
you should be fine, dude. Because I had a strep throat around Thanksgiving, and I was still able to hang out with my family.
Alright. So yeah, to all you viewers out there that are hearing this conversation, yeah, I guess just pray to hope that I don't have COVID or anything too serious. So I
Yeah.
wasn't sure if I wanted to say it, but I should be truthful and plus, honest just in case if it is. But for the most part, I'm okay. But yeah, I do feel sometimes a little dizzy, and then like I said, my head is kind of warm. I try to put the fan on, so I'm kind of in my bed right now because I'm feeling a little doozy. Because I mean, I already kind of sometimes have a hard time getting enough sleep because I sleep pretty late. But I mean. I don't know. It just feels something just feels a little different. But again, I just hope it's nothing serious. I should be truthful and plus, honest. If I caught COVID, that would actually put a little screeching halt to HarmonyCon, which I would hate for that to happen.
You'll be fine, donkey.
I hope so. Because there has been some rumors saying there could be a new case of COVID going around. I don't know if that means maybe new symptoms or anything, but
We're doing a
there's been
sequel.
a lot of talks over the years. Well, I haven't heard them recently, but there's always been that talk about maybe the pandemic could come back one day, which I really hope we don't. But
Or at least
like I said, we're
in
not
a-
even completely out
I've
of the
heard
gate.
of that, something like that.
Because when you really think about it, we're not completely out of the gate. Because I did tell you that after Ever Free Northwest, Bobby did announce on Discord that he actually caught COVID-19. So therefore, that proves that the case is still around. It's not completely out of the gate. over the years. Well, I haven't heard them
Yeah.
recently, but there's always been talk about maybe the.
Do
So
you mind
yeah,
turning
to
down
all
the
you viewers
TV?
out there, nothing to talk about. But yeah. Yeah. Sorry, what would you say?
Do you mind turning down the TV a bit?
Completely out of the gate. Oh, hang on. Bobby did announce on Discord that he actually caught COVID-19, so
Because the
therefore,
audio is kind of like messing up with like ours and
yeah, I'm actually listening on the TV now, and I can actually hear ourselves up through the phones. I'm like, oh, okay.
yeah. And I just got a message.
Hopefully, maybe it's not as loud now.
Okay. Yeah, I think it
Oh,
sounds a
hang
little
on.
better.
Okie dokie. So so on Discord, I did get Bobby did reply to me after when I told him about the, maybe being there, and telling him that, I suggested maybe it'd be worth mentioning, that, it'd be worth mentioning that I took a break and that I listened to him, from so many questions, I mean, it's his show. He can say whatever he wants, but I thought I'd say that. And Bobby replied to me.
Oh, nice.
So on Discord, he does say he plans on using some of my questions, which I figured he would because, like I said, I have a lot of questions. So I think I'm guaranteeing my name will be heard for the next few shows. But yeah, he hopes to
Well,
see me at the
great.
show, which I love. That'll be pretty cool.
You,
So yeah, I hope I
you,
get to see him too. He said he'd actually love to meet up with me sometime, and I was like, oh yeah, for sure. I didn't reply anything, but I did reply with like a little thumbs up reply. I'm like, hey, that's cool, man. Bobby C's wants to meet up with me. That's cool. Hopefully I do. I definitely would like to get to talk to the guy. Maybe talk to him. Maybe get to know him a little more. Maybe possibly before the show starts, or even after the show. Possibly if he's able to stick around.
That would be great.
Yeah, because Bobby does seem like a pretty cool guy. Like I said, he does seem to even share some dark humor from time, especially if you haven't seen the video from. I think it was Red Card. Yeah, he uploaded the my little. I think it was matching game, my little matching game or something like that. But it's Taylor was hosting it, and Bobby and Joey and a few others, were like the contestants. There was two contestants. There was Tara
Merry
Cleesh
Christmas,
and
guys.
Sacred Night, I believe. And like there's a question and you fill in the blank and then you say whatever answer and then you have to find out if the panelists have the same answer as you, and if they do, to get a point. And Bobby did come up with some pretty crazy stuff, and he did mention before during the show at Everfree Northwest, I'd love to say something about the Starlight Glimmer and Sunburst shipment, but I forgot to remember this is a PG show. So I'm like, okay, maybe Bobby's got a
Hmm.
similar mind like me. It would probably be cool to talk about some dark stuff from time to time.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I see a lot of brony YouTubers I know have that kind of dark humor.
Yeah. But yeah, it would be pretty awesome. I'm good.
All right. So right now I'm working on
So
the
was there
scene
anything
where
else you
you're
got for Christmas?
I got some new earphones. I'm
Nice.
actually wearing
All
them right
technology
now.
related.
Yep.
That's cool.
Apparently these are the ones
So yeah, I guess,
apparently these are the ones
sorry,
that my
I
mom
don't know
found on
what you're saying.
TikTok. They're supposed to like translate languages for you whenever you hear someone speak a different language.
Oh, that's cool.
I doubt
That
that's
actually
gonna
would be a
work
pretty
though.
good way to maybe interact with our fans in the future if it actually works like that. Like maybe if they speak their language, we could possibly
Or with
maybe
my
translate
dad.
with our English language.
Or with my
Yeah, but it would
dad.
be cool if it did work like that.
Yeah. I doubt it. Well, that's not really a concern for me. I'm mostly just concerned for using it on my computer. Because my AirPods, they don't work on the computer. They used to work, but they never want to work.
Oh, okay.
Usually I just use headphones for my.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you're wondering, right now I'm working on the scene where you're telling the girls about autism.
Yep.
Yep.
Because my
And this.
AirPods, they don't work on the computer. They used to work, but
Yeah, spoiler alert, viewers, but then again, this is what the live stream's all about, so there's a little sneak peek for you.
Okay. I'll just put 42.
This
Okay.
is cool. You got Pinkie Pie's actual laptop because I do remember she did have like a little balloon symbol from the first movie, so it's cool you found her actual laptop.
Hmm. Okie dokie dokie. All right, so we'll just play it so we can render it, and then we can export it into Premiere Pro.
Those shadow effects really do help a lot.
Yeah, they do.
I mean, like Joey did tell us at HarmonyCon, we do need to work a little more on the shadowing, and yep, it's really helping blend in pretty well for the realism in the scene here.
Mhm.
I mean, like we hope to keep improving. So, yep, be on the lookout, people, because we're doing the hardest we can to try to improve the animations. I don't
Yeah,
want to say
yeah.
every single episode, but maybe in each episode you might see
I
a
met
small
and made
difference in
friends with
animation
special
change. So,
needs I
be on
met
the
and made
lookout for
friends
that.
with special needs I met and made friends with
Not too
special
many people
needs
pointed to the comments,
met
but I
and
think I did see one comment where somebody did point out about the animations for the characters in episode 2 improving like from episode 1, which was definitely worth it. Because I mean, we did had hope, and yeah, even I'm still happy with the results on how episode 2 came out. Every single episode, but maybe in each episode you might see a small difference in animation change. So be on the lookout for that. I met and made friends with not too many people pointed in the comments, but I think I did see
Right.
one comment where somebody did point out about the animations for the characters in episode 2 improving like from episode 1, which was definitely worth it. Because I mean, we did had hope, and yeah, even I'm still happy with the result of how episode 2 came out.
Okay, now we can export it.
Awesome.
Do 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 do.
So yeah, if you viewers can hear the TV in my room, sorry about that. Like I said, I just usually like to, whenever we go live streaming,
Okay.
I talk
Hey,
to Alex. We're
Flash.
here to talk to him, and then I even check on the TV so I can make sure everything's coming out. So if you guys can hear the TV in my room whenever we're not talking, and you can hear like the audio coming from like away from me, yeah, that's just my TV. Just to let you know, I'm watching our live stream on TV. So it's kind of cool that we're going live, and at the same time, I'm also watching our own live stream.
Oh,
Sorry about that.
okay.
Whenever live stream,
Now we just gotta wait for it.
and then I even check on the
Okay.
TV so I can figure everything's
Is
coming
media
out. So
encoder gonna
guys-
show up? Oh, there we go.
whenever I'm recording, you can hear like the audio coming from like away from me. Yeah, that's.
I
just
guess I
my
don't need
TV,
this
just to
open.
let you know I'm watching. Just remembering about Dr. Wolf. I think the one thing that's probably gonna forever stick to me about Dr. Wolf, even if I don't know who he is just remembering from when he was the brony that ended up having his character accidentally printed on one of the DVD covers of Equestria Girls.
Yeah. The, look, it's even funnier when you find out that that's actually a European disc, so it won't work in America.
Yeah. I really am still curious to wonder how they accidentally did that. I really wonder if there's a story about how they accidentally put Dr. Wolf on there, or if they maybe intentionally did that, maybe just to
No,
like
it
swerve
wasn't
the fans.
intentionally. Nah, it definitely was intentionally. They were just trying to like find photos for like the DVD cover, and I guess they just accidentally like chose that one.
Whoops. Yeah. Imagine if we see Dr. Wolf at HarmonyCon and we talk to him about that.
I don't think he's ever gonna forget that.
Yeah,
Okay.
because I mean, there are videos on YouTube that do surface where he was talked about that, and I think somebody actually brought the DVD cover to him, and I think he signed it, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Okay.
Imagine if we see Dr. So pretty warm. So like I said, I am feeling pretty warm. Hopefully, I am okay. I'm
I'm
not
sure you'll
getting
be
too
okay.
worried about myself. Just,
Okay.
I don't
Okay.
usually feel this warm too often, so I am a little curious.
Eh, all right. Rating XP. Exporting.
So like I said, I am feeling pretty
Do
warm.
do
Hopefully,
do 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 do. Do 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 do.
in case you're wondering what that noise was, that was my fan. I'm turning my fan on because I need a little bit of cool air.
Understandable.
Yeah. Maybe I wondered if I should have took a cool shower last night because I was just thinking because it was cold outside, I took a warm one because sometimes when I do use hot water, it can make you pretty sleepy. And yeah, when I got out of the shower, I was definitely pretty doozy. I even had to take a little a little break for a little bit before I was able to drive myself. Like I actually dropped to my knees and was like almost feeling like I was gonna fall asleep.
Mm-hmm. Okay, it's done exporting. Save changes on FXX files. Then we can open up Premiere Pro. I'm really glad we're still streaming on YouTube instead of Twitch.
Yeah. Yeah, most of our fans come from YouTube, so it would be kind of a little
Yeah, I mostly
different. I
considered.
feel, if we were streaming on Twitch.
Yeah, I mostly considered Twitch because like quite a few content creators I follow stream on Twitch instead of YouTube. So but I wanted to ask our fans that, and most of them just said stay on YouTube. One of them even
Yeah.
straight up commented Twitch is a bad website.
I don't know.
Doom, 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 doom. I'm listening to copyright free
So
music.
I guess I'll ask this. So, out of everything that have happened in the year 2024, Alex, what do you think your favorite part of the year was? Like, what was the best thing that happened?
Definitely going to the CG5 concert.
Oh yeah, you're definitely
Yeah.
gonna never live that down.
No, I am never going to. That was the first concert I've ever been to.
Yeah, there definitely were some, like I said, there were some ups and downs, but definitely I think some of the stuff that really stick out most was definitely going to HarmonyCon, going to Fan Expo, and definitely going to Sonic Expo. That Sonic Expo really turned out a lot better than I expected.
Okay, hold on. Let me make sure this is right.
I think
I
there's
feel
a
like
few
I'm.
other stuff in mine as well. Probably even right now, maybe getting this new bed that now I can sleep peacefully in.
I had to have a
There's a
special
lot of things that
class
have
for
happened,
special
but
needs
yeah,
people
I'd
where
say going
I
to
met and made
some of
friends
the
with.
events like HarmonyCon, Fan Expo, and Sonic Expo are probably some of the most memorable. There was a few other things that did happen in 2024 that were pretty exciting as well, and I think I'd say maybe either 50% of it or most of the percentage of 2024 was mostly good.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I
Okay.
do definitely hope that 2025 will be a good year. I don't want to say I have some goals for next year, but there's a few in mind that I definitely am hoping to do. So,
Like what?
well, for starters, going to HarmonyCon.
Exactly.
I think that's kind of obvious since that's coming around pretty soon, and maybe hopefully we'll even make it back to Sonic Expo as well. Because like I said, it would be great to go back. It really was a lot of fun.
It was, wasn't it?
And maybe
I don't know if
hopefully we'll release
Belina's
some
gonna
more
be there
episodes
again.
before.
I don't know if Belina's gonna be there again, but hopefully some other Sonic content creators we follow will be there.
Yeah, we'll see.
Okay. Hold on, the chat. Crash Bandicoot Edward 469 Grace Time. Me in 2024 was almost good, but though I was the bad part. I was heartbroken that my grandma passed away, and good part for me was I finally made my favorite WWE wrestler, Drew McKnight. Well, I'm sorry to hear about your grandma passing away, but I'm happy to know that you got to meet one of your favorite wrestlers. Joe Flash is actually a big fan of WWE.
Which wrestler did he say?
Drew McKnight.
I never heard of him, but yeah. From usually by the end of every year, there's this YouTuber I follow named WrestleMania who makes wrestling related content. I think he usually does a video towards the end of every year talking about like each wrestler, every wrestler that had passed away this year. And yeah, there was quite a few wrestlers we lost, like the Wild Samoans, who are like the uncle and father of Roman Reigns, and then relatives of The Rock. So like they were like some of the earliest family members. Like they used to wrestle way back in the day. You know what I mean?
Really?
Yeah, Captain Lou Albano I think used
Myself.
to manage him.
Some were
Captain Lou
autistic, and
Albano who
some
played
had
Mario
other
in the
types
Super
of
Mario Bros. Super
disabilities.
Show because
I
Captain
don't
Lou
even
used to be a
actually.
wrestler before he became an actor.
Ah,
I think if yeah, because Captain Lou Albano after his wrestling career ended, he used to really make a pretty good career as a manager, and yeah, he managed a lot of teams, and I think he did manage the Wild Samoans. I don't know. I think so. I'm not positively sure because, like I said, I don't watch wrestling from way back then. But comment down below if you guys know that. Did Captain Lou Albano manage the Wild Samoans back then?
Excuse me.
But yeah,
Oh, hey,
there was other
Joe.
wrestlers that passed away too. What's
Okay.
up?
One of the comments said, "Yeah, Joe Flash, a WWE fan. Same. Who's your favorite wrestler?"
Oh,
Let me know
for
the
sure,
music.
Roman Reigns any day now, man. Roman Reigns is even if Daniel Bryan and others were my favorites before him, but honestly, ever since I first discovered Roman Reigns when I started watching wrestling in 2015, he had my eyes ever since. And I think it's really safe to say that even when I said it was Daniel Bryan and The Rock and them, I think really truly in the end of the day, it was always Roman Reigns. Like, my love was always going to go to
I'm
Roman
getting
Reigns
a
the
lot of
moment I saw him
messages.
because me and Dad and Mom, we all saw him as a future of WWE, you know? And look at what he's doing now, which couldn't be any more happier for him.
Yep.
But yeah, I also did like Daniel Bryan, and I did like John Cena, and I did like The Rock as well.
Good on you.
Yep.
All right. Now I gotta export this next
Yep.
scene where you're talking to Rarity, Spike, and Fluttershy.
Yeah. I can't remember which other wrestlers passed away, but hopefully whenever WrestleMania uploads the video, I'll look back at it. I know that the one death definitely hit me pretty hard, and it wasn't even a wrestler, because if you guys don't follow me on my solo channel or haven't heard me mention it before on Flash Duck Productions, as you know, I'm a huge One Direction fan, so it definitely hit me pretty hard when Liam Payne passed away. I mean, I can't even believe it's already been a few months now since he died, and yeah, I was watching a video talking about, I think, music artists and celebrities that passed, and of course they were going to mention Liam, of course it was, because it really put the world in shock when he passed. I mean, I don't think any of us would have expected that Liam would just be all of a sudden gone, especially since I did see an Instagram post that did surface about there was, I think I might have mentioned it to you before, Alex. I don't know if I did, but there was potential talks that did say that the One Direction members were possibly talking about a reunion before Liam passed away.
Oh,
So yeah, that would have been great because everybody's been asking about a One Direction reunion for years, and yeah, I definitely would have loved to have seen that. If they ever went on tour, you know, I for sure would have wanted to see them live. But it is definitely up for debate if they will now or not. But if not, at least we could still be grateful and thankful for their music, even if they're no longer together.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And I feel really bad for it, remember when cause Matthew Perry died this year as well,
I thought that
and
was last year, to be honest.
oh yeah, oh wait, no, yeah, it was last year.
Yeah,
And like at the very least, like they got to see each other again during the Friends reunion.
yeah.
Yeah, and Courtney did say that might have been like the last time they ever got together, and it turned out that that was true.
Yeah. And yeah, if a lot of you guys aren't familiar with Color Me Stoke here, yes, he's a huge fan of the show Friends. So yep, just like Matthew Perry hit his death hit him pretty hard, it definitely hit me hard with Liam Payne. So we both went through, you know, a little rough one when certain people that we really, really love from like a show or music band or whatever, like a celebrity death in general, you know, hit us pretty hard. So yep, because I'm not usually the kind of guy that gets too emotional. I don't feel too much emotions whenever someone passes away. But with Liam, it was just so different. Because, like I did mention, during high school, it's probably safe to assume that I was even more of a One Direction fan than I even was at WWE and My Little Pony at one point. Because I used to have the desktop pictures of One Direction, listen to their music constantly. So it was really, really loving you. That I was really starting to get into them a lot more than My Little Pony and WWE at one point.
Mm.
I never would have thought I would because, considering that previously I was a Justin Bieber fan, I still was I was listening to his music a lot more before then too, but I don't know if I would say he was becoming more of my interest in WWE and My Little Pony, but for One Direction to surpass my Justin Bieber love and now for one point for them to be above that,
Not really, cause
that's pretty insane when you really think about it. I mean, I never would have thought I'd ever
I got a lot of
like a
people
boy
texting
band
me.
like that, you know? But there was
Okay,
just something about One
and then
Direction's music that just
save.
really felt me, like the lyrics and the songs, like they just seem to fit with in a way in how my life goes, especially like how way they sing, it'd be like maybe it'd be something I'd be singing to a girl maybe, but I wouldn't probably know for sure if I do that, but it gets that kind of feel. I mean, not everybody feels it, but depending on the kind of life you go through, you might feel it in a way that most other people wouldn't.
Yeah, there are a lot of celebrities that leave a huge impact on people, especially younger people like us.
Yeah. I actually watched a video about an hour or two ago, I think, where I shared it with my mom and dad. Even though I could have just walked in the room and told them, but since they're sleeping, I figured I'd just send it to them through phone. But I found a video where because I've been listening to Jelly Rolls run it a lot ever since we watched Sonic 3, and Jay say Jelly Roll's pretty cool. I saw some fan interaction videos with him, and apparently at I think it was a recent concert, but Jelly Roll apparently had convinced the county sheriff to actually let inmates get a chance to actually perform in front of people, like sing and all that stuff. And I was like, wow, this dude is really something else. I mean, like the inmates got to come out of jail for one night just to perform in front of thousands of people. Like they never even sang or ever performed before, and this was like a life changing situation for them, like giving them a second chance. And they actually did a pretty good job. One of them played the acoustic guitar, and then two of them were rapping, and then one had like a high pitched voice. And I'm like, wow, that's amazing. I mean, you
Acoustics.
got to give it to Jelly Roll. I mean, would you ever have thought you'd ever hear a story like that? A singer convincing a county sheriff to let inmates out for one night just to perform in front of people and make a dream come true and give them a second chance in life? Like that's like, of
That's
course they're gonna go
pretty
back, but
interesting.
that's pretty amazing when you think about it. Like that's a true blessing.
Okay.
Yeah. I think he did say that they do like I don't know if it's therapy or not, but they do a therapy where they talk about like their past and stuff. So it's good to need to know that the inmates were getting the
Oh
help that
God,
they
I
need. You
think
know
we
what I
need.
mean? But yeah, shout out to Jelly Roll, man. But big shout out to him. I feel almost like if I want to meet Jelly Roll now, honestly, I'm starting to really gravitate towards this man.
Well, I'm glad you are, Jonah. Even if I'm not a huge fan of the song he made for Sonic 3, I can tell he's a pretty good person.
Yeah, my dad really strongly advises me to listen to his acapella. Like he did an acapella one time, and I think he can sing a lot higher than he usually can. And Dad said he was really good.
I mean, I think Paramount wouldn't. I mean, Paramount wouldn't have hired him to make a song if he wasn't popular.
Yeah, true. Anyway, let me look back at the comments. I missed some of the comments. Hang on.
Okay. And guess who finally gave Spike blinking eyes? Okay.
Paramount wouldn't have hired him to make a song.
Well, at least it's good to know that I'm out of my bed now. I'm still feeling a little dizzy, but at least I'm getting around in some capacity.
Good on you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I really feel like if I'm still feeling like this by the time it's time, because it'll be like 12 o'clock that me and my parents will go to see our family, but I really still be curious to wonder if I should tell them beforehand, but
It
I
will
think I'll
take.
manage, because again, I don't really want to miss this opportunity on seeing my family, even if it's not maybe the smartest in case if it is something else, but I mean, I was able to move around fine yesterday is when Isabel and Dakota came over, and then, if I did had this when we went to see the movie, I seemed to be fine then, so I don't know what it is, but I mean, like I said, hopefully it's nothing more, but I'll definitely be able to make sure I update you, Alex, if it's anything serious, because I mean, you're my best bud and brother in arms, so, I would let you know.
Yeah. It take forever to make one scene of real control but must be tired. It's not that tiring. It's mostly just like the amount of scenes I need to do. Because like one scene, depending on how many characters there are, it can usually take up to like an hour to animate, to lip sync, to composite them into the live action world. Okay, and now we're gonna make sure Spike has the same amount of frames as the video here.
And in case if you
Yes.
guys don't already know by now, I did mention before in previous live, I think that the whole entire script for season one has been finished. I did that a long time ago, so we do already have the episodes initially planned out, and but there's a
Okay, I'm
chance
gonna
that we
skip
could
this
make some
song.
changes before the episode release, because
Can I
I
like?
will admit
Oh,
that Alex and
and I'll
I
just do this.
have talked about possibly, maybe we
Yeah, I'll just do
could
this.
change, maybe add some scenes, maybe change the script, because there's a chance that maybe we might not upload the episodes before like a certain season comes around, and like so maybe there could be changes made, so because it doesn't hurt, because it would be nice to add a little more to it, because there is one particular episode that we talked about a lot that we may possibly said that we wanted to do more in the scene, but because we actually filmed it around summertime, so like there's gonna be but because it was coming to a close, we couldn't perform a certain scene that we wanted to do this, or we skipped it ahead. But however, if we don't release the episode maybe before that summer comes, we could add something then. So yeah, I'm not going to go into detail about what it was. Some of you could probably take a guess, but yeah, just be patient and just wait along because I know you guys really want to get more updates, like especially with episode 3, for example, since a lot of you guys really kind of, or quite a few of y'all went pretty crazy when we showed the behind the scenes work in progress of episode 3 shoot that we posted. And y'all seem to be really getting excited. Yeah, we're just as excited too, though. Like I said, we're really happy to be bringing the series to you. I mean, we never would have thought we'd be doing this, so it really means a lot to us to have you guys supporting us and loving what we're doing and much more.
How is that one covered? Okay,
So
anything
yeah, I'm gonna
else?
look back at some previous comments. So I'm actually watching the live through phone right now because some reason I can't see the comments when they're gone through here, and I want to see if there was any questions that anybody had previously and we forgot to answer them because we were talking.
Mm-hmm.
This one dude said, "Yeah, it was too soon when Bray Wyatt passed away." Yeah, it didn't hit me as hard as Liam Payne's passing, but it was pretty sad when Bray Wyatt passed away because he was a wrestler that was beloved by people backstage, and he was actually my dad's second favorite wrestler. Luke Harper was his first, and it was definitely pretty emotional when Harper passed away. So it definitely was pretty sad when Bray did, because despite him portraying a very scary character on camera, they said he was a really good person in real life. And I've seen some videos even after he
Peace out.
passed, and
They have
yeah, Bray
spoons.
Wyatt would have been like the kind of guy I would have wanted to meet. If I were to actually meet any wrestler in WWE, you would think it'd be Roman Reigns because he's my favorite. But honestly, there's actually one wrestler I would want to see more than Roman Reigns, and believe it or not, it's R-Truth, because I don't know if I told you about him before, Alex, but R-Truth, he's not relatively featured on WWE much, but the only reason he stuck around for so long because he's absolutely loved by people backstage because he's hilarious. Like, if you ever see any segment with him on WWE television, the dude really never fails to make anyone laugh. Like, everybody loves him because he's just flat out hilarious. Like, he's a comedy wrestler, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And sometimes comedy and wrestling is pretty difficult, because some people might find it funny and other people might find it offensive. But Truth really has mastered the art of comedy. Like, he's up there with like some of the funniest wrestlers, like even Dwayne the Rock Johnson and more. He's just that funny, and he's made a lot of wrestlers even break character over the years because he's just that funny. And yeah, I
Anyways,
just think I would just love to meet our Truth just because he's hilarious. And I was like, hey, can you make me laugh? Because I know you're going to.
look.
Because
Yes.
laughter is the best medicine, and I always love to get a pretty good laugh every time.
Tell that to Patch Adams.
Patch Adams.
Yeah, it's a Robin Williams movie. Okay,
Oh,
so
okay.
Fluttershy is in this scene. Okay, does she do anything in here? Oh, why? I just thought
This reminds me back in 2017, I used to be a big fan of Plants and Zombies, and then got into Cookie Run. Yeah, I think this guy was replying to when I was talking about how I switched from a Justin Bieber to One Direction fan. Yeah, it could be similar to that. Yeah, 1 minute you're liking one thing, and then sometime in the future you may like something else, and you may leave whatever you used to like in the past. So it's like that. A lot of my childhood stuff I've moved on from ever since, but there is one childhood I still remain with even today, and that's the Wiggles, because out of every childhood thing I liked growing up, the Wiggles were always my personal favorites. I just loved the Wiggles the moments I saw them on TV. My mom would always mom told me that I think the minute I saw them on TV, I just immediately fell in love with them because there's just something about the Wiggles that is very attractive. I mean, kids would like colors, right? And the Wiggles have that. They're known for wearing their color scheme shirts. Yellow, blue, red, purple, and it's possible that that could be the reason attracted. And they're pretty fun. I mean, so even some grown adults like the Wiggles. I mean, they're like, which I don't even think you know this, Alex, but some people regard the Wiggles as the Beatles for children, and it's kind of hard to see
I'm not
to argue
surprised I've
against that
heard
because
anyone ever say that.
yeah, but it's kind of I can actually see the reason why people would say that because the Wiggles really were that popular. Like
Wait,
almost children all over the world, more than America and Australia. Like everywhere around the world really love them. Even parents love them.
maybe
So yeah, they were really like
I did it
super popular.
over.
Like children just love the Wiggles everywhere,
Come
whether
on.
they were on tour or anything. So
What?
it's really hard to
It
argue against
happened
that.
again,
I mean,
dude.
seriously, how many music artists for children. Like, how many kids' children music bands do you ever get to hear too often that are that popular that they're like being treated like they're a mega boy band like the Beatles and stuff like that? It's not too often you hear that, so that's quite an
I
achievement
think some
when
people
you
would
think
say
about
Ms.
that for the
Rachel.
Wiggles. It's pretty strange at the same time, but it's actually pretty incredible just letting you know how much their music really was making an impact on a lot of children all over the world.
Hmm.
They're not as popular now because the original members have been long retired since 2012, but even still now they're still pretty cool. But you always got to give it to the original members. So obviously, out of every generation, it's the original members of the Wiggles that I always hold my heart, which is Anthony, Greg, Jeff, Murray, because you really can never go wrong with OG Wiggle music. Even if you're a new generation Wiggle fan, you got to eventually at least still listen to some old Wiggle songs from time to time because they're literally some all-time classics like Hot Potato, Fruit Salad, Can You Point Your Fingers, Do the Twist, Chugga Chugga Big Red Car, and many other songs. Some of you may have even heard the name of some of those songs.
I heard some people meme about fruit salad.
Yeah, one of my friends at the time did send me like a meme regarding fruit salad one time when she was trying to figure out what I was talking about. I was like, "Yep, that's
Fruit
them."
salad, yummy, yummy. Okay.
Yeah, I remember Scott Hall passed away last year in 2023, I believe. Or was it 2022? Maybe it was 2022 actually. No, actually it was 2022 when he passed away. Yeah. So just
Oh,
a
that's
correction,
probably
he died in
why. Like,
2022, not 2024. But yeah, I remember when that happened. It was definitely Scott Hall was. I don't watch a lot of old school wrestling stuff, but yeah, Scott Hall was definitely quite another good name. I mean, being known as Razor Ramon back in the earlier days, and then being in WCW, forming the NWO alongside Kevin Nash and Hulk Hogan. Yeah, there's been so many wrestlers we've lost over the years, but we always, you know, even if, despite even some maybe being controversial in a sense, there will be some contributions that they made that are on the positive note.
definitely. Up. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Give me 1 second. Come in.
Excuse to all the fans, the viewers that are watching this. Sorry if that's very creepy for you to look at.
I'm streaming.
Sorry if that looks pretty disturbing, but that's how it works when when Alex in particular makes some of these animations.
Upload the video. Oh, here. Let me just like turn off the.
True. Oh, despite lots of busyness and the delays, I'm still waiting patiently for the third episode to come out in the future. It kind of feels like waiting for Life 3 to be released. Yeah,
I'll
we're
tell you
really
this: it's
trying
gonna
to,
come out before GTA 5.
or GTA 6.
Oh yeah, 6.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah, there's no
yeah.
way
Sorry
we
about
took
that.
this
Like,
long.
my sister had to come in. She was looking for like some stuff. Yeah,
That's
cause
alright.
right now I'm live streaming in her office, where she has like these dual screens, and that
Oh,
usually
really?
makes it
That's
easy.
cool.
Yeah, that usually makes it easier for me to like live stream on here.
Yeah, I think I have seen your sister's office before when I visited you, and yeah, it definitely does look like a really nice setup.
Mhm.
A lot of streamers would have a setup like that where they have like a room where it's like an office, and yeah, there's like so much padding and everything. Uh,
Okay.
I've seen like a few, like I think I've seen Terrorizers, and I know Dashi Games has done a house tour before where he showed his office off, and I know that even one time they made a fan made video game for Dashi called like it's like Paranormal Activity, but it's called Paranormal Activity, and yeah, like the
Paranormal
person
activity.
viewed the person viewed the video that of his house tour, and he took a lot of inspiration from it, and made an exact replica of his house, and it definitely looked pretty awesome.
Okay, so I'm almost like an hour into the live stream. So for the next 10 minutes, let's do a cute little Q&A. Okay.
Yeah, I gotta get going pretty soon because it's about to be 11 o'clock, and in about another hour we'll visit the family, and I do need to go ahead and open my Christmas gifts. So yeah, let's do the next 10 minutes.
Okay. Look, let me
I
just put it in
already
the
followed you
comments.
on Instagram and TikTok. Yeah, thank you, Crash Bandicoot. I think I did see you before on Instagram and TikTok. I think I'm not sure, but yeah, appreciate it. I mean, it's really good. Like I said, we do more than just YouTube. So yeah, if you haven't followed us on Instagram, TikTok, or
I'm thinking about making
Discord,
us a
yeah,
Blue
go ahead
Sky
and do so.
account. Yeah, they already see it like in the screen, Jonah.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Hmm. Okay.
Yeah,
So for
except
the
we
next
haven't
10
had
minutes,
this. We
guys, we're
haven't
going to be
added our
doing a
Discord server
Q&A.
yet, but
So if you have any questions for us, feel free to ask.
yeah,
Wait,
I
can you
think I
see how many?
advise maybe in the future. I think I advise in the future, like we do see. I'm just looking at the bottom of the screen. You do got our TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube listed down. Maybe you should add our Discord to the mix. Like add the Discord server
Um, yeah,
if it's
sure,
possible. I
maybe.
mean, I don't know.
I mean, like, because like
Hopefully it
Discord
works
isn't
because I
like.
did hear some fans.
Got a question. Which MLP former villain is your favorite? Trixie Lulamoon, Sunset Shimmer, Starlight Glimmer, or Tempest Shadow?
I already got my answer, but I'll let Alex speak first.
Okay. Which MLP former villain? I guess I would probably say like Starlight. Mainly because I do like her backstory and I do like her character development. I do dislike how every single episode they always have to remind us about how she started a cult. But yeah, she's cool. I know some people don't like Starlight, but I like her.
Yeah, Starlight Glimmer is a pretty truly inspirational story character. She really is when you learn about her. And yeah, I know a few. I
What
know
is going on
Taylor
with my music?
McArdle was a huge Starlight Glimmer fan, which more than likely, if we do see Taylor at HarmonyCon, she's definitely probably going to be guaranteed having Starlight Glimmer pants and shirt and everything. Because like he's really obsessed with Starlight. And yeah, she is a great character. I mean, I always would say Starlight was like the Sunset Shimmer of Friendship is Magic, because some people would say that because she kind of is somewhat like the answer to Sunset Shimmer's Equestria Girls, but but it's more than just that. She's her own character and she's
Yep.
pretty good. And
They did have a pretty fun
I did even
interaction
like
in
that
Movie
one.
Magic.
Yeah, I even did like that one special that they did called Mirror Magic, where she briefly made one-time appearance in Equestria Girls, and yeah, it was pretty cool to see that ultimately she would be the one that defeated Juniper Montage and instead of any of the girls. So yeah, it's a pretty good little mix to know like how important Starlight Glimmer really is. But yeah, for me, it's definitely Sunset Shimmer. That's my favorite former villain. It's been Sunset Shimmer since like day one, from like when I started to really gravitate towards a character. Because I did used to hate her, kind of. I don't want to say hate, but I kind of did used to sort of say I hate her, and I didn't like her when she started as a villain. But when you after Rainbow Rocks, and then especially with Friendship Games, that's where you just really see how much she really changed, and really everything changed for Sunset Shimmer. Then in terms of her character, how fans think of her. It was a game changing experience for her once she turned good. Like, it's truly inspiring. I mean, I even did tweet on Twitter one time when Rebecca Choiquette posted a photo of her wig that she was gonna wear when she was gonna be a community guest at Everfree Northwest, and told her how I talked about how I feel about Sunset. My opinion that she's truly inspiring and a fascinating story, and she ended up liking my tweet because. And that was pretty nice. It was really nice to see, a person who voices my favorite character reply. Because I mean, like I said, I really do love Sunset Shimmer. She's always been my favorite character since day one, and I'm pretty sure in the near future she's probably gonna still forever be my favorite member of Equestria Girls, and will forever be my favorite My Little Pony character. Period. Friendship is Magic or Equestria Girls.
Okay. Next question. What if Equestria Girls have WWE or other video game references in the series? That's actually a pretty interesting question.
That is
we were
actually.
we were thinking about having some video game music in the series. In fact, in episode 2, if you listen closely to when Dash leaves the room, you can actually hear the Sonic sound effect. I tried
Yeah,
seeing if I could
Sonic
find
Spin
one.
Dash.
Yeah, I tried seeing if I could find one online of just like her normal like speed sound, but I couldn't. So I just used the
Yeah,
Sonic
I,
Spin
I
Dash
even did
sound.
try finding some certain sound effects as well in my time, and yeah, it's definitely not easy trying to find some, but maybe in the future we'll find it one day. Maybe just for right now, we'll just borrow a different video game sound. And obviously, with Sonic, makes a lot of sense for Rainbow Dash. I mean, there's no doubt about that.
Woohoo! And I'm the president.
Yeah, we do. I don't know if we will do video game references. I think there was a time in episode 1 when that scene of me and Rainbow Dash playing video games, I was maybe thinking about wanting to show the video game off, but video games can sometimes even be copyrighted showing on YouTube, and I don't know if I wanted to take advantage of that, especially considering that we want these episodes to last as long as we want them to on YouTube, and in case if it's copyrighted, wouldn't want that. I mean, I've done video game content on my channel, on my solo channel. You know, I play video games and I don't have a face cam, so I'm just having my camera on the TV. But with the series being the big goal, we don't. I wouldn't want to say I'd risk that, but I mean, we could. I mean, maybe there's a chance we could reference video games. You know, I think there is a reference to a character, video game character in one of the scripts for season 1. I'm not sure, but we could reference like those, for example, you know, kind of similar to what we saw in Sonic 3 when there was a few references to like certain like people and stuff like that. You know, we just mentioned them by, you know, all that kind of stuff. So I don't know. We could try. I mean, WWE would actually be very interesting. Because I did actually. I never really thought about wrestling references, but I mean, technically, when you do think about it, WWE kind of is referenced in the series because my whole room is covered with mostly WWE calendar pictures. So I think that sort of technically counts, right?
In a sort of way, yeah.
And you know,
I
I do
think
have
there
a
was even
Sonic
like a
poster and
comic
everything, so
strip where.
you do see some details in my room. You know, I mean, especially if you even look at episode 2 when I show my picture of me from graduation, you can even see like the John Cena picture and stuff. So even if it's not technically the reference the way you want it, Crash Bandicoot, in some ways that could count. But but yeah, in terms of future episodes, I'm not sure. We'll see about that.
Yeah, we'll
Mr.
see.
Most Wanted said, "Me, I love all 4 of them. Tempest Shadow to me is like the baddest girl, and I like her. Starlight Glimmer is like Twilight but evil, both equally strong." Yeah, I can get where you're going with that. I can see where that sort of lies. Yeah, because Starlight, you know, she is a unicorn, so I could see, you know, in a sense being like Twilight, I guess, in a way, but evil. But you know, I mean, not to mention we kind of already had a version of Twilight like that in Equestria Girls. But I mean, yeah. Not gonna lie, I
Okay.
think Rainbow Dash will play Sonic the Hedgehog games if she can get her hands on this game. Oh yeah, for sure. If I was to think of any video games for Rainbow Dash to play, for sure it would have to be Sonic games.
Definitely.
Because yeah, I think we did get some. I think somebody did ask before what video game we were playing in episode 1, but it wasn't anything. Basically, the TV was off. I was just pretending like I was playing a video game, you know, on TV. That's how the acting works. I mean, we did that in the trailer as well. We just pretended like we were playing video games, so there wasn't any particular video game on. But yeah, if we were to think about a game for Rainbow Dash, yeah, it would definitely be Sonic. Fluttershy could possibly maybe be my littlest pet shop or something like that. That's what I think would be good. I
That's
did once
interesting.
have a Wii game of Littlest Pet Shop because one of my uncles found it at one point, but I never really played it. Although surprisingly, my dad actually played it.
Really? Why?
This was back then when he was borrowing my Wii sometimes to play video games when he was bored as well, and I don't know. I guess he just thought he'd give it a try because he wanted to try something new. I guess
Hmm.
I only watched him play a little bit of it. I never was interested in playing Littlest Pet Shop at all. Mr. Most Wanted also said, "Imagine if Applejack wins WWE against every existing wrestler." Excuse me, sorry. Yeah, I mean, she is pretty strong with her element of harmony, and yeah, she probably would be able to lift almost any single wrestler, or even some of the strongest wrestlers or largest wrestlers like Big Show and stuff. So yeah, I could see that being a possibility, possibly. I mean, no one's invincible though, so I don't know if I want to say she wins against every wrestler, but I can imagine if she was to go on a win streak, you know.
That would be interesting.
Yeah. I wouldn't even know who I would picture which WWE wrestler for Applejack to go against. I would probably maybe say one of a cowboy like wrestler because there has been some cowboy like wrestlers before in the past. I would probably say maybe she could wrestle one of those wrestlers, but unless if there's a different wrestler, maybe people would think Applejack should verse against.
Yeah, maybe. Okay, so is Verity good in here?
Speaking of
Look.
WWE and Equestrian, there's one fan on Instagram. I forgot his name, but he sent me video from time to time where he actually customized he made custom wrestling characters of the Equestria Girls, and actually somehow found a way to put the Equestria Girls songs into the game and the effects and everything. You know, like Rainbow Dash's WWE entrance and all that stuff. And I thought it was actually pretty cool. I'm like, how did he manage to do that? So yeah, there's a someone that's doing that as well. I think he still does it from time to time, but yeah, it's pretty cool. You know,
Mm-hmm. Oh, damn, wait.
you guys are great YouTubers and friends. Thank you very much, Crash Bandicoot.
Checking the Lysol.
If I was to think about other references in the series, I think at one point I did think about One Direction references because there is some cover One Direction songs we want to try to put in the series. And, you know, for the longest time when I became a One Direction fan, I always pictured Equestria Girl singing One Direction songs. So it would even be cool if we did a One Direction reference somehow. That would be pretty nice. Um, Maybe we could change the script where maybe I could mention maybe how things in the past affected me, and you know I could mention Liam Payne probably in the series, mentioning how his death kind of hit me a little bit, but I don't know. There's so much that ideas we could possibly come up with in the series that we wouldn't be able to do everything. You know, trying not to plan too far ahead. You know, what about Bob Orton Jr.? He's a cowboy wrestler. Yeah, that's exactly who I was thinking for Applejack. I was thinking Cowboy Bob Orton, who's the father of Randy Orton. Yeah, I was thinking of him exactly. There's some other cowboy wrestlers as well, but yeah, Cowboy Bob Orton was the first one that immediately came to my mind.
Okay.
So yeah, I sure hope my voice doesn't sound too bad still when I talk, because I do hear a little bit of sore in my voice when I am trying to speak.
It's fine, Jonah.
Sometimes when
Okay.
I talk for a long time, my voice can get sore. Like I remember when I've talked in my videos before in the past, I did notice my voice was getting lower because when you talk out loud for a long time, it can affect your voice when you're used to speaking your normal speaking voice. So it could be that too, but I have no idea.
Well, we'll see. Okay, it's been about an hour. I think we're gonna stop it here. I'll still work on the episode just off stream. Okay.
Oh, by the way,
What's up?
on the YouTube part where you see at Flash Stroke PPP, I did change that. If you didn't see, I actually took the letter R out because I noticed there was an error in stroke. I was like, oh, we gotta take
Oh.
that little R out because it's stroke. So I did
Okay.
remove that. So I just want to let you know if you can update that at some point, Alex. Take the little letter R out of it for the next live stream in R because I know you probably didn't mean to put the letter R in there.
Yeah, I didn't. That's what
I'm
happens when I
surprised
type
you
too
never
fast.
noticed that before. I'm really surprised you never noticed that.
Yeah, that kind of flies over my head sometime.
Yeah.
Well, okay. I'll fix it in post production. Well, okay. See you
Okay.
guys. Merry Christmas.
Take care, guys. I wish you a Merry Christmas and Happy Hearts Warming. Yeah, you too, Mr. Most Wanted. Merry Christmas to everyone else. Hope y'all enjoy the rest of your Christmas. See you later.